Howdy folks, welcome back to Railroads Online. Work continues. I've relayed a bunch of track between the logging camp and the sawmill. So we're taking a slightly different route over to the sawmill. The plan today, probably ought to turn this down a little bit. There we go. The plan for today is to take cordwood over to the smelter. I'm up to $2,700, slowly working my way towards enough to buy a new, bigger locomotive. We're starting to hit some grade here. The whole route is flat, except for this grade right here, which gets us up to the level of the logging camp. It's a 2% grade. It's not too bad. A little extra steam going on there. You'll see the other trestle. I've got still most of the old line there. Haven't got it deleted yet. But it took a little different route. Let me pull up the map here. See, we're skirting that hill where I used to come up and then down. It's not that much longer. But what I've been doing is relaying the track with a max 30% curves in anticipation of getting some bigger locos. So we're going to ease on up to the lumber camp here and get some cordwood. I think the track's close enough. We're going to check. Looks like we are lined to go in there. So the old line is no more. New, gentler line with broad curves. Driving to the cab. Let's ease off on the power here as we crest the grade. I redid the reverse loop back there so it kind of goes out and makes a big balloon shape to keep the curves under control. It's like I backed off the power a little too much. There's been at least one patch, maybe two, since the last video. One of the cool things is you can actually feather the whistle from this screen now. It still doesn't sync up with all the sliders when you enter, but we're getting there. Baby steps. So I'm going to go ahead and use this view just because it's easier to spot the cars. I was using an axe. And hop out. That'll set the brakes. And I should be able to do the front and back cars. I've only got 3 right now. But the cordwood track over at the smelter is kind of set up a little strange. It dead ends into the ore pile. So you can actually only get about 3 cars in there. So I haven't bought any more of the bulkhead cars. I think I'm going to go for the mogul. It's a little cheaper. And it's fast. Faster than the porter, at least. I think it's probably faster than the geared locos. Though I don't see a speed on here. These are awesome, especially the Heisler's got tremendous pulling power. But I think this will be a good upgrade. And I kind of like the look of this, the default. You can get different smokestacks. Slightly different style of headlight. So we need $4,300 for that. That's what we're saving up for. We're halfway there. A little over halfway there. Cars are drifting back and forth. These hold 8 stacks, I think, and I think the stacks are $10 a piece. So I believe this will be $240 worth of cordwood. I do like it when you can double up on the loading. Makes it go a little quicker. I could also sell this at the freight depot, but we need cordwood over at the smelter anyway. Then once we get the mogul bot, we'll have 2 locomotives. I don't know if I ever mentioned it in a video. I think I mentioned it in some of the comments. I only have this 1 locomotive. Because what I did is I deleted the starter locomotive, the Betsy, although I'd renamed it Champ. I deleted that, and then I manually edited the save file with the hex editor to put that amount of money back into the bank so I could use it to upgrade to the Champ 2. So I guess that's cheating, but it's a single player and there is no facility for selling stuff right now. So I did it manually because I'm a nerd and I do programming and know how to use the hex editor. So if you're familiar with the hex editor, the save file is just a standard ep4 property save file basically, so you can figure it out. All right, let's ease forward. If you're not familiar with hex editing and stuff like that, don't worry about it. I don't want to have to try to support that, and people corrupt their save files and all that good stuff. So don't bother asking in the comments. I'm not going to show you how to do it. Sorry. Got a car length. Something like that, maybe? Let's see how we are. Yep, that'll work. This just continuously fills up. I did have the water and wood here, but I moved it over there. I was doing logs at the time after I redid the track. Just refilled the wood, so we're doing pretty good on wood. How are we doing on water level? Still got plenty of water. We need some wood in there. I've spent, I don't know how many hours laying track. Still super frustrating, but I'm pretty happy with the way the new line here turned out between the logging camp and sawmill. We'll see it as we go by because we're going to go to the smelter via the sawmill. So I'll show you the new sections here in just a bit. I want to thank everybody for watching and liking and commenting. These videos have kind of exploded. It looks like this game is super popular. People are really looking for gameplay on it. Most of the traffic I've seen is coming from YouTube search. So people are looking. They want a good Steam game, and I think hopefully we'll have it. We've got a good start to one anyway. That should be the last bundle. Good fire going. You can see the heat blasting out of there. I'm really hoping on the mogul I can see out of the cab. We need a lean over button. We do have lean keys, R and T. About 20. Until we get around the balloon track here. We are going pretty sedately. Crank it up to 40 and see how we do. So I kind of just ballooned it out and then did a 30% circle out here. It's not perfect though. It's really hard to do perfect track laying, at least for me. But what I've been doing is laying out the roadbed with the precise angles you can use when you lock it with left alt. And then once I have the roadbed how I like it, the groundwork they call it, then I just pretty much manually put the track to that and let it self-adjust and flow. And that seems to work pretty well. Slow down just a little bit. And I'm gonna run! Oh, I might not have slowed down enough. I almost double tracked this so I could just not have to get out and switch the switches, but it's such a pain in the butt. Crap. I didn't get here fast enough. It's such a pain in the butt to line stuff up. I gave up on double tracking. Alright, well that was an epic fail. I'll be right back. Well, I thought I was on enough of a slope. Oh, there we go. I was like, I thought it would start rolling, and it did. I don't want it to roll too much, though. I got the porter and the other car back on the track. I'm going to ease down here and couple up. So that was my bad. I should have slowed down a lot further. Totally my bad. Alright, and then pop that in. There we go. Take that off, which should be good. While we're here, let me see if I can put a stone thing here. It may not let me do that. Now I fell off. I was going to show you what I've been doing for the turnout controls. I'll show you as we go by. I'll fix that at some point. Come on, get up. Whoa! Oh boy. It's one of those days, you know? Just one of those days. So I hope you guys are having fun with the railroad if you've got this game. I'm having an absolute blast. I've put so many hours into this. Did something to the whistle. It doesn't move smoothly anymore when you're in the cab. So we're on that 2% downgrade. We're going to ride a little bit of loco brake. If we need 20%, maybe 10-ish, just to kind of keep the speed under a little bit of control. So just above that switch that we went over, down here to just before the curve. That's pretty much the only grade on this part of the railroad. Everything else is flat. Over around the sawmill. And between here and the sawmill. And then it's mostly flat, I think, over to the freight depot. It's mostly flat over to the Smelter trestle. Of course, then we got a lot of grades over that way. Alright, let's get the brake off. Steam on. Got that weird mechanical digital type sound effect going on. Not sure what's up with that. I've been experimenting with what some people in the comments were saying about the reverser, where it's more efficient at speed to lower it down. I don't know. I don't know how to even measure. It seems to make you go slower. So I'm either doing it wrong or it's just not modeled properly. It's not a bad thumbnail right there. Slow down a bit as we come through here. and bouncing all over the cab. So we still have the Y that goes back over to the freight depot. I don't have the other leg built yet. This gets kind of confusing because these are so close together, but that's what I've been doing for the switch stands. Putting down a block like that to make it look a little more built in. Redone all these tracks here. Both the lumber and beam pickup and the log drop off have little passing tracks so you can bypass them. Right now I've got the cars for each respectively spotted on their siding. I haven't been over this part of the railroad here that we're going on since I've rebuilt it. So I'm going to go kind of slow. I think I finished it, but I don't remember for sure. And you can just make out there, I've got another switch. There'll be another Y here if I can fit it in. Some of this may get relayed. It's a work in progress. Yeah, I did get this part finished over here. All right, cool. So we should be good to open it back up. Cruise on over to the smelter trestle. And we got that long downgrade down to the smelter level. Another line that will get redone. It's going to have to get redone before I can... Probably before I get the mobile down there. I could cut some of this running out, but I think I'll just leave it in. We'll see what people think. They like watching the trains run? I do. I just need that keybind for the whistle. So I can blow the whistle when I'm looking out like this. Ease off a little bit. Get over here in this notch, and then we may have to stop. I don't remember which direction I went last time I was over here. And we start getting a little bit of downgrade, so I'm just going to go ahead and shut her down a little bit. Actually, probably a lot, because we're getting pretty close. No, don't need that much brake. Still be pretty flat in here. Just trying to look and see. I need to see the switch stand. Yeah, we are switched to go down to the smelter. All right, cool. I think I came back out of there with the flat cars last time. So we should be lined up good. This is all still the same. It'll probably have to be redone for the bigger loco. There's some fairly, like this here, that's pretty tight. I had trouble getting this all fit in here. That switch is thrown. %, brake. I think with just these 3 cars, we're probably good there. Oh, I remember now. I think last time I left here, I was bringing what little steel and a rail I had out. I had like 6 or 8 cars. Because I brought over, what did I bring? Oh yeah, I brought the state cars. I forget why. I thought the rail went on those. No, I had the logging cars with me. I know I had the wrong car type. Nice view here as we come down into the Smelter Valley. I'm kind of wondering if you couldn't just go out from the smelter and then follow that ridge up. I don't know exactly how the topology works. What I have right now works for the porter. That was the main goal. Get a connection, and then we can rebuild it later. So this is what I've been doing. I just ease down this whole grade with the brakes on. Don't get going too fast. And then hope we don't derail. Had a few bugs here and there. Caused me to derail. It's not always my fault. Knock on wood, I think I got this bridge fixed where it doesn't derail anything. Hasn't the last couple trips anyway. There we go. Almost down to smelter level. We're looking on water. Yeah, we might want to top off before we come out of here. Though we will be coming out empty. That's getting fairly low, though. Fire's pretty much out. I don't see any heat coming out of the stack. I don't know if we're going too fast to throw wood in there. Try that. Alright, we're just about off the grid, so we pull that out. Yeah, let's ease some throttle in. My two hoppers are still sitting down here. So we're going to have to go around them. See, that's the way the Cordwood is. You can only get like 3 cars on there. I need to throw both of those before we back in. Might pull those hoppers out of here. I had almost too many cars last time I was down in here, so I left the hoppers here. Alright, should be getting clear of that. Switch. Never really noticed those squeaking before. Huh, I guess I just never noticed. Yeah, can we get those backed in here from this view? Maybe. Kind of lean our head out the cab, we can sort of see. I guess I can't see the back of my train. I have to kind of guess. We'll see where we're at. I think we need to be pretty much lined up on this. So we need to come back at least half a car length. Check that. Is that going to work? I think that's going to work, but this is early access, so I'm going to save. Yeah, I'll see if I get any money. We're at 27.17. Here we go. $10 a pop should be at what, 27.97? Cha-ching. Awesome. Just ease on back into the car length. Every once in a while I remember to whistle. Alright, let's try right in there and see where we're at. I think that's close enough. Yep, we're getting paid. I think I could have even put that track a little closer. How's the tricky bit? We got to get backed up, but not back that other car off the end of the track. We've got not a whole lot. I don't know if we're close enough, though. I don't want to lose that load. That'll surely work. The end is past the stack. Let's just keep an eye on the money just to make sure. Yeah, we're getting paid. Awesome. 29.57. We're getting there. We're getting there. It'll take a little more grinding away, just working the railroad. Work the industries. I emptied out the sawmill, taking all the lumber and beams over to the freight depot and sold those. I thought about taking them to the mine, but we'll just make more. And it's a long trip over there with the porter. So next step is I need to grab those hopper cars. I'll take those back with me, so they'll be ready to run. Or maybe I should leave them at the top of the hill so they're up there at the trestle. I would have to carry them back and forth. Yeah, I might just do that. And then I need to get the mill pond refilled because it is empty. So there's always stuff to do on the railroad. Still got water, but I must not have got any of that wood in there because our fire's dying. So that's my plan. I'm going to grab these hoppers. Go grab some water. I can just back on up under the water tank. Then I'll head around the loop and on up the hill. Do some more railroading. So I think that'll do it for this episode. Hopefully next time we'll have a mogul. Thanks as always for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Proudest team! Can't even whistle.